let's get started with today's cook. I'm going to light about 14 charcoal briquettes in a charcoal chimney, and I'm going to use a Weber lighting cube to do that with. And as you can see, it lights really quickly, so check those out if you haven't already. Now with that going, I'm going to arrange the briquettes around the center of the lighting cube just so they all have a chance to burn evenly. And we're going to wait probably about 10-15 minutes for those charcoal briquettes to be ready to go. Alright, I believe the charcoal is ready, so now I'm going to add that to 2 charcoal baskets, and I'm going to fill those up the rest of the way with unlit charcoal so that will burn slowly over time, giving a nice consistent temperature. I've got a little grill probe here to monitor my grill temp, and again we're shooting for at least 250 degrees today. So when the grill is up to temp, that's going to be time to get the ribs on. Alright, looks like the grill is up to temp, so I've got 4 racks of St. Louis style spare ribs that are going to go on here, and I sure hope they fit. It's going to be a tight squeeze. And they are all already rubbed up, ready to go. Alright, so let's see if we can get those racks on here. Okay, I'd like to introduce you all to my mom, who I love so much.
Ditto.
Very special appearance by my mom. She's going to lead you in a old Barlow family recipe for some baked beans that's been around in our kitchens for a long time. So I'm going to let you take over, Mom.
All right. As Matthew said, this is one of our family favorite recipes. I got it from my beloved mother-in-law, who's no longer with us. But this is my most requested recipe, and it's called Bean Cassrole. Maybe you've heard of it. It's pretty popular. So we're going to start by cooking a pound of bacon, and then after you cook that and drain it, you're going to chop it up into, small bite-sized sort of pieces. And then you're going to chop up an onion, a smallish onion, not too much, but just a rough chop for that. And then we're going to get our beans. I just use canned beans. This recipe is so easy. I use 2 soup-sized cans of kidney beans, either light or dark, your choice, and 2 cans of white beans of your choice, either cannellini or butter beans or lima beans or great northern beans. Really, that's your choice. And then a can of cut green beans, and you'll mix all those together, let them drain in the sink first, and then throw all those things into your bowl that you're going to bake the beans in. And to that you're going to add a cup of ketchup. You're going to add 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar and 1/2 a cup of white sugar. Then you're going to put in a teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder, and a teaspoon of dry mustard powder, as well as a teaspoon of cider vinegar. Now, of course, this is one of those recipes that you can play with and you can make it your own. It's very conducive to that. And that's pretty much it. You throw it in a big bowl and mix it all together and put it in the oven at 350 for 1 hour.
Alright, it's been 4 hours and the grill temp is at 325 degrees. Now I know that's a little hot. I made a decision a couple hours ago to just let it go around 300 to 350 degrees. So, I wanted to check out and see how they're doing, so let's take a look. Oh, these are looking really great. cooking along. Massive racks of ribs. Boom. That's just some trimmings that we've got cooking up for in the meantime. So I'm going to cover these back up. Actually, I might rotate them, flip them around the other way, get the lid back on and let it go. Keep letting it ride. Alright folks, it's been another hour and I want to check to see how the ribs are doing. I have a feeling that they're going to be pretty much close to being done. It's been about 5 hours total, so let's see how they're doing. Wow, look at these. These are some gorgeous looking ribs. Got a meat probe here. I'm just going to check for tenderness. Oh boy. These are ready to go. Soft butter all the way around. I'm going to take these off. Alright, since it's pretty early, we're not planning on eating for another few hours. I'm just going to put a wrap of tin foil over top of these and let them hold until it's time to eat. So we got a glaze we're going to make as well, and so we'll glaze these up right before we serve them. What are you guys making in here?
We are making s'mores.
Melting some chocolate chips and mini marshmallows. And
S'more bars.
what do we have here? What's all that?
Golden grams.
Golden grams. And then what do you do once all that's melted?
Yeah, we're going to dump it in there and mix it all into a goopy mess. Just like Grandma used to make.
That's right. Pretty excited about that. Look at all those golden grams.
Let's get that butter down there. We're going to let it cool, and then we're going to eat it all ourselves.
Awesome. Yum.
Alright, so dinner is all over, so I didn't get a chance to show slicing up the ribs or anything like that. It was kind of a madhouse. We had a lot of folks here and everybody was hungry, so let's try out the rib first, see how that turned out. Clean off the bone, sweet, perfect rib. Now I'm pretty excited about these beans here. Like I said, these have been a tradition in my family for a long time. There's a nice brown sugar sweetness to it. And I love all the different variety of beans that are in this. And the bacon just really seals the deal. Really great flavor combination. And last but not least, got the cereal bar here. Can't wait to try this out. Again, this is a recipe that goes back to my childhood. These are cereal crack bars. I could eat 1,000,000 of these. Try these out too. Yum. Listen, thank you so much for hanging out today. We really enjoyed having you. We just crossed the 500 subscriber mark and we couldn't do it without your support. So thank you so much. We'll see you next weekend. We put out new videos every Saturday morning. So until then, smoke 'em if you got 'em.